What up, boys? Bit of a different time to stream. It's probably good for a few people if they want to jump in just because of the crazy time for others that I do stream. But, gentlemen, I was on call last night. My kids were out partying. So, needed to be available, boys. In case I had to put my Superman cape on. So I thought, I was just actually going to run the tourney last night, and then I sat there and thought about it, and I was like, oh, actually, what I'll do, I'll just stream it tomorrow. I normally don't like streaming, so it's Sunday morning for me. I normally don't like streaming on Sunday morning, just because I like doing IRL stuff. And it's not that I don't like sitting here talking shit with everybody, but Saturday's normally a packed day. Got sports, all that sort of stuff. Mashed Potato Johnson. What's good, my man? Jens, what's up? Richard, yo, it's late here. I won't be able to stay to the end. Bro, well, if you have to dip any time, thanks for stopping by, bro. And at least if it's super late there, and you drift off into sweet slumber, you can drift off to the sound of my voice, man. There's a scary sight. Drifting off to sleep to the sound of my voice. as long as you don't get a stiffy. Dude's living in the future. Birdo, what's up? We should probably get into it, eh? Because I do have a bunch of stuff that I want to do today. It's kind of a shame that you can't just like pause these runs and get back to it. I'm wondering if these sorts of things with the whole pausing stuff is maybe to help us go into that direction. I mean, like the ability to be able to save the game, switch devices, and it picks up where it left off. That's a pretty big one. I think the biggest pain with that was trying to make sure that the cloud save doesn't do a rollback, or also trying to make sure that because there's that window where all your ultimate weapons are down, so you'd have to be quite strategic in how you do it. But we're going to surrender the run in the wise words of Master JP. This kills me every time, brothers. Oh no. Alright, let's do this. What are we up to? Change our cards. Now, I don't really know what else to put in here. We've got a slot. Nothing else is really screaming out to me. I'll probably put Death Ray in there, but not at the start, if that kind of makes sense. I'll lock that so we can play around with it. Mount shot range. Probably going to need that, eh, boys? I'll keep this locked, and I will unlock that. Get rid of the summons. I could put a tech chip in it. It's literally got nothing into it. But fuck. I suppose at least if it's something. What's this other guy? Ally? To the cards. Now I'm gonna try 98 meter, and then I'm probably gonna try a like a bit higher, so that orbs are hitting the tank ulti. Alright, let's have a switch around with these. Yeah, put that in the main place. Might just go AD. And we can switch that up. We can switch that up if we feel like it, boys. Finally, you're streaming at a time I can actually watch. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I was actually considering about doing it on Sundays at a different time. Just so I can catch up with everyone and you know, shoot the shit with everyone. You know, different time zones and stuff. We had one night there, I think it was the midweek tourney. And a few of the people, everybody started spitting out like what time it was in their country. And I mean, I don't know why I was super surprised, but I was super surprised how many people were up at an ungodly time just to show us some love. So, I mean, if people are willing to do that, I'm definitely willing to adjust my IRL schedule for the fam and that. I think we're pretty much set. I think the only thing I can think of is probably so I can play around with this. See what that looks like. 2.55 might be on the big end. Oh, nah, it's fine. So this is 98. We'll try a 98. And I think that's pretty much it. So the bracket's looking pretty rough. I think it's about 1,300 for keys. And it's about 800 to stay in. So it's on the rougher end of the scale. But look, boys, you know, every now and then we like it rough. Ryan's still in bed next to you. He says it every time, mate. Every time he jumps on and he's like, why do you keep talking like we're flatmates? Why do you keep trying to make me your woman? Because you got a big tower, but you're the little spoon, big guy. Doesn't matter how big your tower is, big dog. You're still the little spoon in this. In IRL, motherfucker, you're the little spoon. Alright. Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking go, boys. So how's everybody's tourney go today? You guys all do all goods? Excel Daily, you're the big dog. Creation of the Wheatie, you reckon? Wow, I woke up this morning like I thought I was full on like buzzing out or having nightmares or something. I was just sounding super active. It was about 5 o'clock this morning, and well, what's going on with this? It was about 5 o'clock this morning, and it was my my wife was running around the house because all of a sudden, you know how you get that with the bots, there's that synchronicity. It's like all of a sudden the pets decided to be synchronicity and wanted to go toilet all at once, running amok. Fucking running amok. And then on top of that, my boy who's out the back, he was he was losing his shit too. So there's this dog that's moved in. Well, we'll call him a foreigner. He's an outsider. There's this foreign dog to the hood that's moved in. It's like some pity kind of cross. And he doesn't know his etiquette very well. So he keeps coming over to my property and stirring up my dogs. And ever since he's been, I suppose ever since my boy who's outside has discovered him or knows that he exists, hasn't been a happy camper. He's just been on point. Just I suppose, waiting to bang. You know that meme, that UFC meme, where they, what is it, like Ultimate Fighter or whatever that thing is, that he's like, just want to bang. It's like, that's what my boy's like. Like, he's just waiting to get the chance to bang on him. Like, walking around our property trying to piss on shit, trying to mark the turf. I keep looking at these fellas like, bro, you better pray my dogs don't get out. Otherwise he's gonna show, my dogs will show you a rank 1 6,000 waves on your dog. Keep them on your side of the street, fam. Suppose we're supposed to set target priority, eh? Well, I suppose we're supposed to read what the battle conditions are. I know it's tank ultimate. This can be annoying for me. Boss ultimate. Ah, shit. Okay. Alright. What have we got? So we'll go closest first. Are we going to run into chipping issues? Mass enforcement? Probably. Look, if things get too hairy, we'll slap on Death Ray and that should trim off things like fast, range, that sort of shit. But I'm thinking bosses are probably going to be an absolute pain in the ass. So I'll keep that there. But we've got enough gems to do a bit of a spin. Now, I did have a moment of weakness. Me and XL Daily were having a catch up on the smoker's balcony. And I did have a moment of weakness. And I blew all my gems. Everybody be, no, why'd you blow your gems when there's an update coming? Because fucking who cares? I had one of those who fucking cares moments. Hi, Clouded in chat. I'm in my first proper Legends tourney. Let's go, bro. One run in at 450. Bro, first Legends tourney and you're heading for 450? Bro, that's pretty damn good. Oh, Zeradan, eh? You got into Zeradan's bracket. Bro, 450 waves on your first tourney is outstanding, bro. Congratulations. That's a bloody good effort, and I'm super surprised that if you can hit 450 and it's the first time you've hit Legends, that you haven't been there sooner, man. So things might be looking super promising to you. If you could squeeze out like a little bit more waves, and I know that's easier said than done, but if you could squeeze out a little bit more waves, you should consistently get into Legends. There's just wave inflation across all the brackets at the moment. XL Daily says don't be late for work. Bro, I didn't even make it into work yesterday. I was supposed to go in before we shot off. But bro, missions all day yesterday, eh? And I might go hit up the city today because I might go buy a webcam. Because the boys have been up in the donos, boys. The boys have been extremely generous with the donos. And we're going to start trading the donos for motorboats. My missus said I need to stop trying to whore off her boobies for donos. But I had to remind her, no, they're not, no, so you don't understand. So, they're not paying you for the motorboat. They're paying to watch you motorboat me. They want to see you motorboat me, boys. But every time we talk about motorboats when we're on the stream, I can hear that throw up sound coming from my kids' rooms. They're going, bleh. I mean, I say kids like they're little. They're not little kids. They're big kids. They're out partying last night. Because I'm an old man. Just like all you fellas. We're all old men playing a stupid little game. I hope you to get top 3, 4 in your bracket. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Is your in-game name the same? Llewellyn, hey, I spent 6,000 gems a few hours ago. No project funding for me. Not gonna lie, that's exactly what we were saying. Like, when I blew like the 5, 6 or whatever many K gems, That's what I kept saying. Project funding, project funding, project funding, and got absolutely knock. I got knock. I was like, ugh. But hey, look, we're not going to cry over spilt milk. This isn't Reddit. Thanks, it's actually my third time. Oh, sorry. But the first time I got past 100 waves, bro. First time I ever did Legends, and bearing in mind that this is like well over a year ago. I think I got like 60 waves or something. And this is like, and like over a year ago, it's had like, it was like way less nerfs. That I don't even think it was on the same tier that it is now. I can't remember, but it was like, it was way more nerfed than what it is now. Oh wait, Mad did a full respec from EHP to Glass Cannon, totally booked my econ, but got tier 19, so no complaints. Tier 19 is assist modules, isn't it? Tier 19 wave something or other. So that's a massive, bro, to get the assist buzz, bro, I did my head in. I actually didn't think it was anywhere near achievable. And it was actually a Norna. I watched one of his update videos and he cracked it, and then I was like, shit, our accounts are in a similar place, so I mustn't be far off actually unlocking it. And like, bro, it did my head in. Like, that's probably the most this ever since I was a little girl that I ever grinded for something in the tower. Like, straight up. Like, the closest other thing was when you get the Scamp Labs. I think that's like tier 16. That sort of buzz. I think that was like the other time when I was like the mostest that I ever grinded, but nothing like trying to get the assist modules. That did my head in. I think the longest thing I did in one of them was like, fuck, it was like 8 hours. I was punching above my weight, boys. I was punching above my weight. And that was just purely to try to get the RNG off, what do you call it? Trying to get the RNG on the perks. Alright, we're coming to the spicy part, boys. And we'll try to work out where these fleets spawn. Because I'm not lucky enough to have that golden little list. I don't have that golden little list that everybody shares around for what wave spawns what. All I have is my tower and a big heart. I might go back more to EHP and hybrid soon. I just wanted to taste the powerful Glass Cannon build for a minute. Let's go. Take Less Do More is my in-game name. Sweet, Take Less Do More. Alright. I actually haven't really looked at the bracket. I just mainly looked at where is it for keys and where is it for a minimum to stay in. And I like looking at a minimum to stay in. Just to try to gauge. I mean, it is all RNG, but I do like trying to like gauge it, because that whole portion of the inflation's like moved quite a bit too. Johansson, what's up, big guy? We're not doing the Johansson today. We're not doing the Scarlet Johansson. I think we're just trying 98. We're just having a little play around here, getting a gauge for how much. Oh look, my orbs aren't even hitting it. Let's see what it's like when it gets to the stun line. Sab, what did he take? Oh, he's dead. Okay. I'm a little bit nervous for Raze in that. Alright, there's overcharge. Get him. Get him. You gotta... Oh, that's the worst when you pull something that you've already got 5-star. Bro, that's the worst. It, like, frustrates me when that happens. It's like, a little piece of me is like, oh, sweet, extra shards, or whatever. But outside of that little piece of me, like maybe my pinky toe, that's happy when that happens. The rest of me is like, what the fuck am I getting something that's already 5-star? I suppose on the plus side of that is there's been a bunch of people that have like 5-star Dimension Core before like people started thinking about Dimension Core for farming and that sort of thing. So it does give them the opportunity to at least, you know, collect another copy of that. Look at that bot. Look at the bot. I wish they came up with a different name than that. But like, what are we gonna call bot instead? What do we call it? Double bot? Double butt, eh? Butt. Call it fucking butt. Oh, that overcharge is putting in work. Stole me. At least we death-defied off it. So that death-defy should carry us to 1200. Did we death-defy off that? What's going on here? Hold on a minute, boys. Have we mucked something up? I think we mucked something up. Death-defy. Only 5Q damage? What's going on here? Where's the rest, Uncle Fuds? Something's not right. Check my cards. Check my cards, Mockles. See if we're missing something. Sometimes I play around with the cards in there and then I forget that I played around with it. I mean, it's all looking alright. Odd. A little bit odd. Yeah, I got my assist. Might devo the wallet and unlock the core and gen. Do it, bro. Honestly, you're gonna like it so much. It's so good, bro. Getting those assists. Long time since I got that strat to work. Got my hugest wave with it. Doing a special strategy for this tournament. I'm at 1k waves now and need 1100 for keys. I think this bracket's looking like around 1300 for keys. Might need a little bit more shockwave. What's that? 2.75? So where does 2.8 take us? Alright, so it's about 2.8 or 2.85, somewhere around there. I do have one of those charts where it shows you the optimum thing, but that optimum thing doesn't include tagging fleets that sit on the outside, which are the problem. It's just more like pushes it like what's the edge of the tower sort of thing. Lure me up and call me Jimmy, Mr. Flipster, what's good? Bro, I've been digging the series that you've been putting up about the ultimate weapon history. Super choice. It's super interesting, bro. Like, especially for stuff that's like way before my time. Alright, so I'm going to put on now, because there's nothing on screen. I'll put on a death ray, eh? We'll trim down some of the fluff. Richard says boost bot. Bro, anything's got to be sounding better than bot. And especially with like different accents. like if you hear Tag's accent when he says it with the bot, it's like, oh fuck, that's an ugly word, eh? I gotta get the bot. It's like, oh fuck. Come on, Uncle Fudds. You could have, Uncle Fudds, we could have been a little bit more creative. Like, I get it. It's the bot for the bots. But, like, bro, that's what, like, every baby in my country calls a bottle when they drink from a bottle. Mama, I have a bot. Oh, look how chunky that boss is. Bot support? Buff bot? Bot squared? Bot cubed, eh? I think the cutoff might be higher. You have two big dogs. Yeah, I think currently it's sitting at 1100. So with the other two fellas, should be around 1300, I think. I haven't checked though. Just had a quick little look-see. I help other bots. Call it butt. The motorbots, bro. Oh, the motorbot. We're gonna trade. We're gonna trade stones for motorbots. Motorbots. Nah, you're dangerous XL daily. Wife already said. Stop whoring out her boobs for stones. But babe, they look great. Look at that super tank. Those were buffed up from the whatever that orange guy's called. It's called Commander. The Commandux. So I mean, we could probably work with this range. This range seems alright. Nothing screaming out too much. I think I'm gonna go with this 2.8 on the shockwave. Maybe even higher. Let's have a look when it goes off. Boink. I think that's about right. 2.8. Maybe 2.9. Should we see what 2.9 looks like? Oh, 2.85. 2.85, boys. The ass bot. The orange guy, red one. Fuck, that cunt does my head in, bro. Straight up. Like that saying, bro, hell have no fury like a woman scorn. When that applies to men. When a man is a woman. I mean, I'm surprised we're not dead yet. How are we still alive? How are we still alive, boys? I mean, the other thing we could look at is running death penalty. Maybe that will help trim some tanks. Not too sure. But maybe getting more chain lightnings off with AD might be better value. Who knows? I'm new to this dual wielding thing, boys. New to the dual wielding. So I still got a few more econ things that I need to tick off the list, and then after that, then we finally get to go back to what do you call it? To tournament stuff. I think the next thing I'll do is like a poison swamp. Add some poison swamp in. But bro, those labs take so long. I can't believe how long these labs are taking. So I'm not really gonna bother doing anything with it until I get these labs sorted. Right, let's see how much trouble this boss is going to cause. I just don't know where the value is. Is the value more in having the orbs touching the tanks, or is the value more in having the orbs touch the boss? I feel like it's the orbs touching the tanks. And my silly ass re-rolled, blew all my re-roll shards. Just again, same sort of like thing that I did with the, what's it called? I did the same thing like I did with the modules. I just had one of those like, oh well, fuck it moments. Here we go, boys. Here's the end. And I blew all my reroll shards, and I didn't even think that I should probably reroll my some of my cannons, because I've just been using amp strike for so long. I just forget about that whole cannon section. And then I was like, looked around and I was like, damn, I've got none of my cannons are like rolled properly. So that's the next thing I got to do. I got to save up re-rolls and start working on all my cannons. Will you go for bot presets next? Yes. I really want workshop presets, but I need things like Ampbot and Flamebot. And I think the workshop presets, there's a possibility for it to outshine the bot presets. Maybe if you have like a really strong econ. But like where the workshop presets are good for me, because I don't respec for Tawny. I just can't be bothered. And like if that's leaving stuff on the floor, it's just like it is what it is. I think I've only, since I stopped respecing for Tawnies, I've only done it once. And that was just like out of frustration. I was like, ah, damn, I really need to get a few more waves. Alright, respec. Oh, we're still hanging in there, which is surprising. We've got one energy shield. I'm pretty sure a fleet comes up soon. Oh, look at them. Look at them. I'm actually surprised with mass enforcement that we're not running into any like crazy issues with chipping. Alright, this is it, boys. Over 13, 18 should have you safe for keys. Whoa, that's a rough bracket, eh? 13, 18 for keys. God damn. Jen's coming in. Jen's coming in with the intel. Bro, shout out to you, Jens. Bro, you have been a part of literally my entire journey through this whole process. I super appreciate you. Not to try to be all soft and mushy mushy, but I do appreciate you guys. Straight up. Oh no, Overcharge takes it. Oh, we had to crack the death defy, double death defy, and we still couldn't get him. Look at that. We had a double death defy on him. Oh no, well where is it? We got a double death defy on him and still couldn't get him. Right, boys, so what did I say? 2.85? What is this? Boom. Death ray. Boom. Ooh, what's that? Increased tower damage. Very timely. Let's take that. Okay. Let's go again. Do I need to change anything? We'll take Death ray out. And we'll roll like that. We'll go again. We'll give it another nudgy, boys. I wouldn't mind trying a smaller range, like 82, I think I did my last tourney. But, look. We'll just do this. What do we say? 2.85? Borderline 2.9 maybe? Actually, I'm gonna go 2.9. And then we just sail it out. I'm so thankful that everything's automated now. Shadow Saber, what's good? What's good? How are you, bro? Jen says, oh, is there I stopped buying stones last September. It's been rough keeping placement lately. Yeah, I'm super interested in what they're going to do, but in August for the update. Is it August? But we're still only June. I'm super interested in what they're going to do. And I think if they're going to, if they announce it, if my uncle announces it, that they're going to make adjustments to Tawny, then I think it's super important that whatever adjustments they make, they're super careful and they take a lot of the frustrations in the community into account. Because if they don't, it'll be seen as a big fail. Whether it's a fail or not, and we all get it. Long-term progression, get new players and all that sort of stuff. But the sentiment around tourneys has been brewing for a very long time. And there's probably been a couple missed opportunities. So if they don't hit that 3-pointer, there's going to be a lot of upset people. More people upset than the EHP guys on Reddit. Oh, my Primsy. Like, I had a little scan on Reddit before, and bro, the amount of whinging about tournaments, I was like, god damn. Like, a whole bunch of people need to touch grass. But it doesn't mean that a lot of the points aren't valid, or that the conversation should be had. There's a difference between a constructive conversation about issues, and the dialogue definitely should be had because it's better for the overall health of the game. But whinging about stuff ain't gonna get it ain't gonna. All whinging about stuff does is get people like me to sit there and laugh at my screen, because it's just a fucking game. It's just a game at the end of the day. But it is good to have healthy discourse about the game, and whatever that looks like. You know, we're all grown-ups. The majority of us are all millennials. You're all old cunts. So I'm pretty sure we can be constructive about things. I mean, for the most part, I think that the tower community as a whole, it is one of the best communities that I've seen when it comes to a game. Extremely supportive, quick to help others out, and those sorts of things. I'm good, how are you? I managed to place 10th. Let's go. 10th's a really good spot too. What's that? Is that 6 keys or 8 keys? That's really good placement. But I tell you what, when I had to respec my gold bot to add in the butt, I was super nervous, boys. I was like, oh no. Because I already clicked the respec button, and then I realized that the event wouldn't refresh for 2 weeks, and I was like, if I bodgy this up, I'm not gonna be a happy camper for 2 weeks. And then I went off the recommendations that the boys hit me up in stream, and then I just tweaked it a little bit for, you know, my account, or for my medal count. And then we broke even, and I was so stoked. I was so nervous watching it because it wasn't looking promising during the run, but by the end of the run, it pulled through. So now, everything when it comes to medals and investments and butt, it just means that we're now on the up. So we'll have a higher ceiling now, which I'm super stoked with. I was nervous as hell. I was like, oh no, we're taking out a lot of duration here. And I think at the time of the respec, Goldbot accounted for around 30% of my income. So like mucking that up can be pretty substantial. Because we're almost at 40Q an hour. It's like wild. And we definitely would be behind that if it wasn't the boys up in the donos showing some love. There's got to be a new coin sync, surely. I think 10,000%. There is going to be the biggest coin sync that we've ever seen since we were all little girls. Like, straight up. Like, they can't 3x your income. Like, within weeks after V27 dropping, my income 10x'd. Like, what the hell's going on, boys? 10x'd. And that's not all just due to dissonance. But, with the other progression in the count, like the natural progression, with accompanied by the dissonance, 10x, boys. Like, what are we talking about? Like, of course there's going to be something, and if there's a new system that's introduced, it'll be super interesting if E29's to base around tournament, like what other system that they could put into place that could encourage a coin sync or a stone sync. So that's a big ask for the devs. Like, I would expect something like that when it came to version 28, considering that version 28, you know, I was still at high school when we were on version 27. Like, bro, boys, how long did that take? Like, god damn. So I would expect like that sort of layer. Like, that's a multi-layer for them to balance. And especially because of like the rage from when V28 came, when like there were adjustments to the coin thing and that, there'd be probably a little bit more I don't know, cautious in the way that they approach it, and the way that they set things up. Just so they don't have to do walkbacks and that. I mean, if they did it like how they did assist modules, with like the module, the multiplier assist was, what was the multiplier assist? It was the additive, sorry, and then they changed it to multiplicative. And then when they changed that, it's like everyone was like, whoa. And it's probably better to do it that way. Do it conservative, read the stats, read the numbers, check the game balance, see if it breaks 20s, and then if not, then adjust it accordingly. But aren't we supposed to get an update this week? Are we getting an update this week, boys? Is it this week? 18th? Pretty sure there was one coming this week. Or is that to do with the birthday? Is that for my uncle's birthday? Uncle Fuds' 5-year birthday. I need to get Aldi Cloud because I will be hiking for 9 weeks soon. Hopefully the reception is decent. Aldi Cloud's so good. I've been using it for months. Hey, I've tried a majority of them, of the clouds, like majority, and I've just found for me and for my connection and whatever overall performance, I've found that Aldi Cloud works best for me. Other people have tried other ones and say that those ones work better, but just personally for me, Aldi Cloud's been super good. Performs better than my emulator, and it even performs better than my spare phone I was using. Do we death-defy on that? No way. So how do we kill him so fast? But you said you're going hiking for 9 weeks. Hiking for 9 weeks. God damn. 9 weeks. Whereabouts are you going? Are you going like South America or something? Or like somewhere in Europe? Like 9 weeks. That'll practically take you from the Shire to go deliver the ring. Oh, the Sab. The RNG of the Sab. What did he take? Nothing. Got him just in time. $1,300 Ks. Whoa. All the Sweden mountains. 2,700 meters up and 2,700 meters down. Damn, bro. Bro, that's awesome. Who are you going with? Bro, you're gonna come back like, you know when Bjorn goes out into the wild and then he disappears and he goes to find himself or whatever, goes to become a man? You're gonna be like him, bro. You're gonna go up there like Jens and you're gonna come back and and you're gonna have a polar bear fleece that you killed with your bare hands, big scars down your face. Bro, that's wild work, bro. 1,300 Ks. This energy shield's taking ages to come back. Is it energy shield down? Yeah, fuck, thought so. Fucking hell. It sounds like Lord of the Rings mission. Bro, it is, bro. 1300 Ks, that's from the Shire to go deliver the ring, boys. Brother's off to go deliver the ring. He's off to go deliver the patch notes to Uncle Fuds and my cousin Sam. Alright, get off me, get off me. No, get off me. Yes, crack the Death Defy. We're up, boys. See, look at that. Look how much my damage jumped. So something was super whacked out with our damage, because we're at 5Q damage, now we're at 38. Like, either I'm buzzing out, or something was just super wrong there, that first run. But I noticed it straight away. I was like, what's up with my damage? Because damage equals hot chicks. So if you wonder why you got no hot chicks, you don't have enough damage, boys. The polar nights with no darkness in the beginning, and then the aurora borealis in the end. Let's fucking Google that, boys. Make sure I spell it right. What'd you call it? Aurora. Do I click images? Wow. Damn, bro. Is that where you're going? I'll show you guys what I'm looking at, eh? Look at what the bro's gonna go look at. Check this out. Display capture? Look at what the bro's gonna go look at. Look at what he's gonna be playing the tower underneath. Look at that, boys. Damn, bro. This is gonna be the bro here. Bro's gonna be here, eh? Ah, where did it go? Damn. That's awesome, bro. You're really loving it. Stuff like that you'll remember forever too, eh? Oh, what's going on here? What the hell's going on here? Why have we got two bosses on here? Three bosses. Why are they alive so long? What's going on? Death Defy. Get off me. What was that? I mean, I'm borderline wondering if we should be putting on Death Ray soon. It looks absolutely better than in the pictures. It's unbelievable. I can imagine, bro. Bro, that's staggering. Because it moves like a screensaver. It looks like with those colors, it's what I imagine when you like rub your finger on an LCD screen and then it gets that bubble. Like just a constant like moving and warping. What is it? It's something to do with the atmosphere, eh? something to do with you probably are probably going to say something that you're probably going to be like, no, it's nothing to do with that. But I'm sure it's something to do with one of the sphere things or something. Oh, he stole it, you prick. Damn, I wanted that. Off to capture him for the next guild season. Some magnetic thing going on. Oh, another overcharge. What's going on here? Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Come on. What's going on? Why isn't he dying? He just lives forever. What was that? He lives forever. What the fuck was that? I don't know how many times we hit him, and I don't know how many times we death-defied off him. We're at 3. Bro, imagine though, like back in the days. Yep, we're gonna do a back in the days yarns, boys. So, okay, we'll start this off because I don't know how many of you guys seen this. So I went to AI, right? And I said to AI, hey, listen up here, buddy. This is where I'm from. This is my breed. Here's the timeline. Here's the cultural side of things. A little bit of history, in case you ain't know. I need you to create me an image of what I looked like 200 years ago. And this is what it came up. So up on screen now, boys. Boom. So when these guys that look like this were roaming those parts of the world and they saw that, you can see why they start inventing gobbledygook about gods and all sorts of stuff, eh? Bro, like, imagine me 200 years ago, there I am, looking up at the sky and seeing that, boys. Would have been like, ooh. Would have been full on buzzing, bro. Like, what the fuck is that? Bro, no wonder they sacrificed people to that, eh? Alien weaponry. Bro, alien weaponry is fucking dope, bro. Alien weaponry is goated. The hawk flicker in the hand. Oh, look, we got no damage. We got no death defies. We got nothing. We got nothing left. We got no energy shields. We just got nuke. Saw them live in Finland on a visit. Bro, the craziest thing is that they get more love overseas than they do in New Zealand. Now, it's not saying that people don't show them love in New Zealand. It's that they won't pack out anything here in New Zealand. Which is a shame. But to be honest, bro, it's because none of us can understand what they're saying. Like, they've made changes like that. So, like, when it was colonized... So when it was colonized, the last, we'll call them villages, the last villages or whatever that kind of remained, what they did to take the land, to take the last parts of the lands, is they got everybody, pulled them off the villages, put them into housing in the towns, get them to work, whatever, took the rest of the land, for chips and pennies, and then put them into schooling, and then ban the language and everything like that. So there wasn't much people left that could speak the language. And then when I was at school, it was slowly coming into schooling. Very small. But they did something that's probably even worse, is they took the original language. So they took the original language, and then they created, like, you know, you have English and then you got Pidgin English, or you got Latin and then you got Pidgin Latin. They created like a Pidgin molding, so that like even the words don't even make sense. So they just made up a bunch of words to make it sound like, you know, hey, look, we're teaching these kids and we're introducing the language back in before it's forgotten forever. And the language is all wrong. And then none of our parents spoke the language, or they did when they were little kids, but then when they went to school, all of our parents got it beaten out of them. And then to make it safer, like a lot of, we'll call them elders, the words like kaitiakis or, what do you call it? Can't even think at the moment. But they, like, it was safer for them, for their kids to assimilate into society. So not many of them kept up with making sure that at least in private, all of their kids would learn their language. And then it just slowly got forgotten over time. And then like now though, a majority, not all, but a majority of the people that speak the language have learnt it through school. So you got a whole generation from like my generation back that don't speak it. But then a lot of the, like my son speaks it, I don't. My son learnt it at school. I only speak Tower, boys. And to be honest, bro, it's one of those things where I don't really give a fuck either. It's like, give a fuck if I can speak my native tongue, because it's not gonna help me if there's a world war. I'm better off probably learning Mandarin, because that's most likely what's gonna invade the Southeast Asia and the South Pacific. It's probably gonna be Chinese. So I'm probably better off learning Mandarin so I can tell whether we're gonna go to a concentration camp or something. No, but it's just one of those things where they're bringing it back in that. And look, it's good, it's great, it is what it is. It's when people get super woke about it, start telling us what we need to do. Oh, what you guys need to do is, because your people were oppressed for... Oh, bro, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't even care about something that happened hundreds of years ago. Oh, but they stole your land. Yeah, and I bought my own house. It is what it is, fam. They stole our land hundreds of years ago. It is what it is. We weren't the only people. Everybody's lands were getting stolen hundreds of years ago. Alright, this might be it, boys. This might be it. Might be night time. Oh, no, pulled through. Good old battle condition labs, eh? Something chipped me. Something chipped me, boys. Oh, this ray's gonna nuke me. Watch this. Watch how fast it spins. Oh, we got it. Bro, I thought that was certain death. How much attack speed do I have? Well, 85 at top end with the RB bonus. Bro, we hit a death defy. Look at that. So much talking shit, eh? I didn't even see what's going on. Something chipped us and we cracked the death defy off it. That's wild. I'm just a fan of the music. Yeah, there's like I think New Zealand was the last country to get colonized, I think. But then you got what do you call it? Fuck, I'm trying to use the right words. Then you got other versions of it, really, eh? Like other countries were taken much later. So there's like different versions of it, but like just straight out colonization, that's I think New Zealand was the last, I think. I was in Laos last month and I'm currently in Vietnam. The Chinese are buying a lot here. Laos. Excuse my ignorance. Well, I'm going to have to Google that because I don't even know where that is. Laos? L-O? L-A? Where is Laos? Oh yeah. By Vietnam, Thailand, like that whole Southeast Asia. Shit, that's right by us. So what, are you there at the moment? Oh, you were just there? There's all those wars and shit going on in Myanmar, eh? Holy moly. Because we get quite a few refugees from those areas, like those war-stricken places. I can't believe we're not dead yet. Not complaining. Conquering through investments. Yeah, they did a lot here in New Zealand, but it depends on what government's in charge and how much. So at the moment, we just have heaps of people investing in that whole carbon credits bullshit. You know, whoever made that up, holy. So they like convert over lands, they like lock it into massive leases like 50 or 100 years, and then they convert it all to trees. Because somebody come up with the bright idea that we're going to eat pine cones. So now we're all going to be eating pine cones and crickets. But we have heaps of overseas companies and stuff buying that land to use the carbon credits for the operations that they have in their country, which is an absolute dupe. I can't believe it. I live in Southeast Asia for about 8 years. Holy moly, Mr. Flipster, eh? I work with a lot of Cambodians, eh, on my side. One of our other plants has a lot of Viets. And my side, we got a lot of Cambos, our plant. Like heaps, but a majority of the Cambos are on my side, and a majority of the Filipinos are in one of the other departments. They're pretty good. They're pretty good workers. Like, a lot of them don't know their rights. So you can push them pretty hard. Like where you thrash them and they thank you for it. Oh, thank you, Massa. Massa's a generous boss. He gives me foods. He gives me sleeps. He gives me waters. You do that job with a smile on your face too, boy. Alright, we did much better this run. Shit, why is it at 1x? Didn't mean to do that, boys. Sorry. Holy moly. Think I must... that must have been when I paused it. I must have like did the pause and unpause. Oh, and there's the overcharge to come and ruin the day. Bro, we death-defied on him. And there was nothing to bounce into him. Oh, we got him! We got him, boys! What is going on? How many death-defies are... How many DDs are we up to now? 7, boys. Can't believe it. The luck of the draw. I don't think we're going to get much more lucky than this, my friends. This convoy's going off the rails fast. We must be finishing soon. Oh, we still got Nuke. We haven't even finished with Nuke yet. Bro, the stupid taskbar hero game. When I talk about waiting ages for an update, bro, this game is taking ages for an update. But that's what happens, when you get when you can sell items for real money. Bro, you're gonna get all sorts of misfits trying to jump into it. Because I think a lot of people come into the with the idea of oh, I'm gonna play this game and I'm gonna make me heaps of money. And then kind of then you get the bots, then the hackers, all sorts of shit. But I'll be buzzing if we hit 1400. It should definitely put us in a safe place for keys though. Bit of a rough bracket, boys. Bit of a rough bracket. But like I said earlier, we like it rough though. Every now and then we like it rough. I'm surprised the bosses haven't. I'm actually surprised that the chipping hasn't caused more problems, and I'm surprised that the bosses haven't caused as much problems as I would have thought. Maybe that's why the waves are so high, because the battle conditions must be easy for a bunch of people. I don't know what's the biggest threats. I mean, Tank Ultimate can always be super annoying. It's quite funny when, because my kids went to a party last night, and bro, the kids, they both went to different ones, but kids are so advanced these days. Bro, I can't believe how advanced the kids are. So they use apps and shit, and then they can send out invites to people, and then people can click them when they're joining in and whatnot. You can see everybody else who's going, the details. They're super civilized. Just totally different. And I was thinking about back to my days. And it would be the same for you fellas too. You guys would have went to some hectic parties. And bro, we're just running amok, eh? And no one's got phones. Or you did have phones, but it's the old 2280s. And nobody's playing on them. It was actually a while ago. I was trying to find this party that I went to and see if there was anything written up about it, because it created this big riot, and the riot was so bad that they had to change the whole time they had to change the amount of people that can congregate at a house party. And they had to change the entire time and how long a house party can go for. Now, do they police that? Not really. They just police it if it gets out of control. But it all started, this riot, this is how stupid this is. the riot all started over something stupid like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Look at that. I think that's a PB. 1398. Let's have a look. 1375? So it's a PB. So boys, we actually didn't do this, but if you see somebody you know, give them a shout out. So this is Jen's here. Take less, do more. Alright, there's a bit of gap between me and this guy, so that's good. We'll keep that gap. What's my max tier 21? 187? Alright, so the other guy's moving. So looking at 800 to stay in this bracket. God damn. And we're looking at... Oh, bro, this guy be spewing. Look at it. He landed on him like a dirty grub. He landed on him like a dirty grub. Now none of them get keys. Oh, you bloody backpack. Oh, backpack boy. Oh, no. He'd be spewing, bro. He'd be like... Because he would have... Oh, no, even then he probably don't even... Oh yeah, because he'd be 14, 15. That other warlord down the bottom will run up. And then, like, it'll keep him in the spot for keys. Oh, the dirty grub landed on him. Oh, bro. Not in those positions. Some of these other ones, you'll be like, oh, yeah. But, like, the line for keys and the line for no keys... Like, both of these jokers are probably, like, gonna run. Like, run, trying to, like, get that extra. Oh, no. And we can laugh at this misfortunes, eh? Have a laugh, boys. It's just the game. It's just the game. Fingers crossed I stay in the third or fourth spot. Yeah, bro, that's fucking good going. 2,100 ways. Where are you? Almost 2,200 ways. Damn. My kid will not know the world where there's no AI. That's probably another thing. There's not amount smarter than him, but probably him himself how he lived without it. Yeah, bro. They think when you tell these sorts of stories, bro, like to your kids, they think that you're an absolute boomer, eh? Tankfly and the guy at the bottom are gunning for me. Tankfly. Who's that? This guy? Tankfly. Yeah, I don't really know how we're going to beat that, boys. Up the PB. There's not really much else we can do there, fam. What I do need to do, though, I think, is I do need to do... Do I need to do dissonance today? What's this at? 500, 19... 4,500. So I got that. What's this? Milestone. Ooh. Kind of want that one. I might be able to get some cheeky ones there. Bottom guy's gonna get top 2. Oh yeah, he looks like a bit of a beast. You're probably sitting there going, damn it. I imagine that's what it's like when you're at that level of the game. Like, you're not even like wishing for first. You're buzzing if you don't get it. You're like, what the hell? So tier 19, what are these battle conditions? They got fast ultimate in here, eh? Fast ultimate, buffs up to 2. Yeah, I'm happy with that run. We'll just roll like that. That old big guy will kick us into down here. That should keep us comfortable. So at least get keys this tourney. And up the PB. At least got to be happy with a PB. Don't matter what position you sit, as long as somewhere you're still getting progress. As long as somewhere we're getting progress, boys, that's all that matters. That's all that matters, boys. I tell you what's been frustrating me lately, and I'm surprised this hasn't really picked up much things, because there was a little talk about it a while ago, but I seem to lose my knockback when I farm. It's a really odd thing, and I've actually had to adjust my build specifically because of it, and had to do something that I didn't really want to do. But I was kind of forced into the position. Like, people were talking about issues with maybe the slow aura card's not going or something like that. And the only reason why I know it's a thing, it's happened ever since V28 come out, is because whenever I reset the game, it goes away. But then slowly over the course of 24 hours, it comes back to the point where I have to refresh the game, where I basically just lose my knockback. It's really, really odd. Like, I made sure I reset the game before this tourney. Oh shit, I didn't put... Bro. Got to turn off the auto. But I need to check. I need to check up on when this update is. I swear they said there's an update coming this week. We had an update to Unity, which I think they did, and nobody's really said anything crazy's going wrong. And I don't know. For me, performance seems like it's going fine. Oh, this is tier 19. We didn't want to do tier 19. Fuck. Yeah, we didn't want to do tier 19. We wanted to do tier 20. I still can't believe that people farm these tiers. Bro, Bro, that is absolutely wild, bro, that people are farming this shit. Let's see if we can get some cheeky stones from this. And one thing I do have to do is, I haven't checked for a while, is my global ranking. Like, I think the lowest I saw it was like maybe 2400 after I got like a bunch of masteries, and then it just slowly kept creeping back and back and back and back. And then it was up to like, back to like 2900. I was like, holy moly. But I haven't checked it in a while. And when I mean rankings, I mean like the tournament ones. Not that other ranking thing that they use. Oh, he took my CF, I think. You dog. Oh, got a blue chest. What do we got here, boys? Engraving material. Yeah, I might actually shoot and pick up a webcam today. I'm seriously considering it, eh? I actually forgot all about it, because I wanted to do it yesterday. And I forgot all about it, and then I actually woke up this morning and I was like, oh shit, actually I might do it. And then everyone can see my ugly mug. Everybody see me in my PJs. Still in my PJs, boys. It's only early. It's knocking on though, 9:30. Now, last time I tried this, something just flew in and nuked me, but I can't remember what it was. I think quite a lot of people are leaving their milestone runs and just doing dissonance runs, and just getting whatever the rewards when they do dissonance and that, so that they're not kind of like double handling the same thing, which to me makes complete sense. Like, especially with like how annoying the dissonance runs are to do. Like the stage where I'm at now, where I'm assuming that most of you guys are, is the stage that I'm at now. Like, you don't really have to be doing them all the time, but every now and then you want to give them like a little bit of a refresh. Nova Sky, up the dono, big guy. Smoky Clouds, on my way to work. Have a good stream. Absolute legend, bro. Absolute legend. Much love. Much love. So we worked it out, boys. And here's it for you guys that haven't tuned in to we'll call it the equation. So, a motorboat at the strippers costs you $1. You put the $1 in your mouth. You place your head within the bosoms, and they give you a left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So that equates to 4 cycles or 8 individual face slaps. Now we worked out to get a motorboat for my wife, I get a discount. So instead of $1, I'll get it for 10 cents. So, gentlemen, if we go 8, so that's 8 individual slaps times 10 for the $1, and we times that by 20. Nova Sky donate us up, and we get 1,600 individual booby slaps to the face, boys. This is why we want the webcam. This is why we got to go get the webcam today. So I'll text my wife now and say, hey babe, just the heads up, we got hit up with another dono. So originally we were at 80,000, and then we got hit up with another one. So that's 160,000. Now with the extra 20, with the extra 20 now, boys, 166,600 individual booby slaps. Now we've already discussed what's going to be required. She's going to need to stay hydrated. She's going to need a back brace. We're probably going to have to do it from a seated position so she remains comfortable through her hours of service. Except for, the thing is when we got up the donos, we threw it to the fam. All right, guys, let's stone pack this up. Let's do it for the content, for the boys. Let's up it for the boys. And we bought the stone packs, and then she said, hey, where's my money? So maybe we have to be a little bit more not precise. What's the word? Maybe we have to proceed with caution when we get up donos. That she may be willing to take us up on that offer. Oh no, I was like, why is it going so slow? And then I only realized because we're past the point. Do I do that? Sure. What's going on? Shouldn't you be in church, Peter? Time is it? We 7:30. Bring on the coconuts. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Doodly doo. We got a PB, Peter. What was it? 1398. You're right, bro. Just more damage, eh? Just more damage, bro. All I've done this week, or since the last 20 especially, is just get more damage. And the overcharge just die. Like, what the fuck's that about? How I was going super deep into everything, and I just got more damage, and then they just died. And we didn't have to muck around with all the other gobbledygook. Hold on, bro. You haven't converted it to NZD. Alright. Let's fucking do this conversion, right, boys? Let's do this for the boys. NZD to USD. Alright, so $1 USD is 396,842.58 New Zealand dollars. So overnight, Nova Sky just made us a millionaire. Overnight, boys. On his way to work, we're now a millionaire. Now let's get the math out. What did I say? 300, we'll say 346,000. We'll round it. 346,000 times 10. Because it's 10 cents each. Times 8. That's 8 individual slaps. So converted to New Zealand dollar, we get 27,680,000 individual booby slaps to the face. So we're probably going to have to get a 360 camera for this. And if anything, boys, we're going to have to talk to the wife because we're probably going to have to sub someone in. Because somewhere in there, she'll have to have a sleep. She'll probably need a shower. Probably need fresh baby powder. We're going in for the big one, boys. I'll let her know. I'll text her now. She's at work, babe. Oh, just a heads up, you are 27,680,000 individual booby slaps to the face. Awesome. What in the motorboating world record? Need ready as a motorboat ass mod. We're gonna have to get assist mods for the boobies, boys. This is why I don't get a creator code. My uncle Fudze, he'll be, don't talk about my niece-in-law like that. Oh, my uncle Fuds. This is why they don't give us a creator code, boys, because you guys are crazy, man. You're saying stupid shit. Fucking hell, bro. We're trying to broaden the audience for this game, not shrink it through your blasphemy. I went to our high school rugby game yesterday. My daughter's boyfriend's in the first 15. First 15, I don't know what you equate it to I don't know what you equate it to like football or something like that, but it's like, it's the top at high school. And they fucking lost, boys. They fucking lost, and they needed that win. They needed that win in order to be able to carry on through the league. And they lost. I tell you what, bro. I was probably, like, when my son played rugby, I was probably, like, the worst sideline dad. Not as bad as some, like, I'm not sitting there hurling heaps of shit. But, like, I'm definitely marching up and down the field. Bro, the top man that my son ever had as a supporter for the team was the grandfather of one of his teammates. Like, his teammate lived with his grandparents, and bro, his granddad was an absolute general, bro. He used to walk around on the field, tall as shit, 6.5 foot, big yoked ass farmer, like thick as bones, big tree trunk legs. Like, you could tell he was an absolute unit back in his day. And he used to march the sideline. So one year, the age group that they were in, there weren't enough female teams for the girls to play, enough girls. Like, there's like one other female team. Bro, and this female team was like absolute guns. Like, girls advance so much faster than boys in the younger years, like maturity wise. Like, they understand like team cohesion and all that sort of shit. Boys are all out there for the glory, running down the field with their fucking dick and balls in their hand, just the only thing they think of is smash the other kid. That's the only thing that's like going through their brain. If you don't know what rugby's like, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know, but if you don't know what rugby's like, it's basically like, it's like a football game, no forward passing, run up the line, and there's no armor. And it's like the national sport here, just like rugby or league is the national sport in Australia too. Extremely popular in all these, I don't know what you call them, colonized countries. The countries of the Commonwealth, I think they try to make it sound posh as. But boys, they versed these skills team, and these girls were absolutely smoking them. It was so funny, eh? It was so fucking funny. And these girls were so good though. They were fast. They worked excellent as a team. They were perfect at wrapping the boys up. Whereas the boys just come in and they just want to hurt the other person. It's like ingrained in them. I need to hurt the other kid. So they're versing these girls in that, and they're getting absolutely smoked. I can't remember what the score is like. 11 to like in the 40s or 50s. These girls were absolutely wrapping them up. And I remember this granddad, and he stands up, he walks to the line, like right when there's the girls are gonna do a kick, and he walks to the line, and all you can hear him, because like all of our heads are down on our sideline, and all the parents of the girls are cheering, bro. And this granddad loses it at the boys. It was so funny. You fucking little weak cunts. Fuck yous. He's like, the fucking girls, you fucking pussies. Fucking smash these bitches in the ruck. Fuck yous cunts. I could have been mowing my fucking lawns instead of watching this shit. It was so funny, bro. And it's like these boys. It was like these boys were like held on to that loss, because they versed them again, and these girls were leading the table, and they versed them again, and they absolutely destroyed these girls. And I don't even mean like destroy, like the boys were hurting them, like taking them all off the field. They were running out of subs. It was so funny. It was so funny. I always remember that game. I just remember that granddad absolutely losing it, eh? You fucking pussies. Fucking smash him. Like, because everybody here gets told off. It'll be the same in Aussie. Everybody gets told off for being like sideline players. Like all the parents, bro. The parents are just as worse. Like, it's so bad that like in our area there's specific colleges that are banned from versing each other, because there's so much rivalry there that it instant turns into punch-ons. Now, one of the rivalries, they let them play again, so they hadn't played each other for like, I don't know, like 20 years or something like that, and they let them play again, and the game lasted 20 minutes, and as soon as the players started punching on the field, the entire sidelines, everybody ran in and just turned into this massive brawl where all the students are punching on, all the student supporters that turned up are punching on, all the parents are punching on, just like just typical hooligan shit. And then they got another ban where they couldn't play each other. And you go to some other schools and they give you that real kind of like American vibe. Like, it all depends on the schools. And it gives you like that real American vibe where they've got bands playing, they've got food carts. It's like super, super tricked out. Like our high school, it's rugby's such an important thing because there's shitloads of All Blacks. So that's the national rugby team. There's a shitloads of All Blacks that have come specifically from the school. Like, people will send their kids all around the country to come to the school. There's a few of them that have made a lot of All Blacks. So like a loss like that for the boys to not take that from a school that produces some of the best players that have ever walked the field, it's a big loss for the boys. Big loss for the boys. Oh, I forgot we get black hole duration in this. I suppose this. What do we want? Roll that. That means I could probably run black hole. Because we all know XL Daily loves a good black hole. God, I'm surprised we're still alive. What's going on here, boys? There might be a little bit of stonesies for us. And then went to my daughter's game before that, before we went to the high school game, and they took the win, which is good. It was a little bit dicey there for a sec, boys. And like, cause girls netball's like changed heaps too. And I think that's because there used to be too many punch-ons here as well. Like, girls punching on's way more savage than boys. Generally, like, the boys will end up on the ground, or somebody will end up knocked out. It's generally like, hardly ever the boys will stop. Somebody's getting knocked out, or somebody's rolling around on the ground. The girls in that's like super savage. So they changed heaps of rules to stop that. Like, girls run in, rip off the skirts, kick the shoes off, run straight in for the punch-ons. I tell you what I have been enjoying watching lately is ice hockey. That seems like a fucking choice sport. Oh, look, we're doing alright here too. She interested in where we're sitting. 12th. So we're going to lose that spot when this guy goes. But we'll still get keys. Up the PB though. We'll never get that 1500. That's a pipe dream. But progress. Like, when I was a kid, I played hockey, played soccer 1 year, I played rugby, and then by the time I got to intermediate, so intermediate age group is like from 11 to about 13. It's in between primary school, which I think is elementary to the United States, and then it's in between high school. I don't know if high school is the same thing. High school goes from like the age of 13 to about 18. But by the time I got to intermediate, I was banned from everything. I wasn't allowed to go. I wasn't allowed to do sports. I wasn't allowed to go to camps. I wasn't allowed to go to. I wasn't allowed to go to. I wasn't allowed to do anything. So we used to have this thing called inter-school suspension, and it was real buzzy when I took my kids to school, like to the intermediate, and then they do like, I don't know what it is, induction or some shit. I don't know. You go and see if that's the school that you want to go to, and it was really interesting to see how the school had changed. So like when I was at school, we had this thing. I'll try to find it. We had this thing where how do we make this bigger? So we had this thing where what do I try to say? Yeah, it's like you get suspended, but you're either they don't trust you to be at home, where you're just going to run amok at home as well, like your parents have lost control of you. Or the other option was, it's not as serious that it requires you to be removed off site. And it was called inter-school suspension. So it was basically like an old utility cupboard, and there was two of them across the school. And it was like an old utility cupboard where they put you where you're naughty. Here's a photo of what it looks like. And it was so funny walking past the inter-school cupboard and then going, and then going, this is from Matilda. And going past the inter-school cupboard and go, hey, where's the inter-school suspension gone? What's that? Or what's in there? Oh, that's a toilet now. Oh, bro, they used to lock us in that. They used to lock you in the toilet. Nah, it wasn't a toilet then. That's where we used to go when we were naughty. And it used to have those slat windows. Like those ones that like you can easily pull out. And I used to put like, when the bell would ring and everybody would go to different classes, like metalwork, woodwork, all that sort of shit. You used to put your fingers out there and try to get smokes off the boys. Like all the boys will know when somebody's locked down. You go, damn, the bro's locked down. And all the boys would come past, chuck you shit, chuck you smokes, chuck you some batteries for your Game Boy, chuck you a different game. And bro, I spent so much time in there, eh? Not as much as others, bro. Not as much as others. And then there was like, in between the classrooms, there were like, I don't know, these smaller rooms in that. I don't know what you call them. They're like little, they got like books and storage and all sorts of shit. I don't know what the fuck you call it. But it's in between like each classroom. And I spent like 6 months in one of those. Like I was either by myself or I was with, I don't know what you call them. Like my minder for anger management. Anger management, boys. You wouldn't believe it, would you? So I was at anger management from 9. I first went an anger management program, and I went from 9 up to 13. What's that? 4 years. Spent 4 years in anger management. Have to have a tutor because you can't be trusted running a fucking muck. I don't even think I was angry either. I was just misunderstood, boys. Wasn't even angry. I was just misunderstood. But I think what made it worse is when I moved, like where I currently live, when I moved back to my hometown. So I lived here on and off. Like sometimes I'd be a little bit naughty and then my old lady would send me down. But I felt like where we were living in all the other different schools, I felt like I was way different to the other kids. And then when I moved back here, it was like all the kids were naughty. Like the rules were way less strict. You know, being in a smaller town. Because in the bigger cities and that, they'll just expel you as soon as you start playing up. They're not mucking around. But in the smaller towns, they're a little bit more lenient. And then all the other kids were naughty. And then that just made me even more naughty. Because it was like all the other kids are naughty. And then it kind of like all settled down like once I got to high school. It like settled down like once I got to high school. And just like conformed to the system. And then I ended up getting kicked out of high school. And then it just become naughty. In the real world. Where you get real world consequences. And then eventually just grew out of it. Just grew out of it and grew up. Learned how to deal with things differently. Put my big pants on, boys. Put my big pants on. And now here we are. Playing a game where it's all about killing little pixels. We're actually doing alright in this. I thought we would have died ages ago. What I do need to do is I probably need to change the slides on the screen. I'll update them because I think a lot of the enhancements and all that sort of stuff are looking different. But I'll update them before I do the progress update, which I will do sometime today for the boys. For the boys. Oh, got a new staff, eh? It's alright, Peter. We're not getting distracted. Peter gets mad when I get distracted. He always tells me off for not focusing. Say sorcerer only. Let's lock that. Koyel, what's up? What's up? I've actually finished the tourney, so just before I sign off on the stream, I thought I'd do a little bit of a young milestone run. I'm actually doing much better than I thought. You know what pisses me off is the stupid death ray mission. I've actually had a real interesting week. I've learnt a lot this week. I've adjusted a few things. I've done something that I didn't want to do, but I felt like I had to do out of necessity. But it's actually put us in like a pretty good position to just keep progressing in that. It took me a while to figure this out. And I was like a little bit of like, through a bunch of testing, it was just like, damn, why can't I get this where on paper my tower should be performing better, like in farming, but it just literally isn't. And I just couldn't for the life of me figure it out, and it was doing my head in. And then so like normally when that sort of situation occurs, and it's what I encourage other people to do, is just log in and just view the performance of your tower more frequently, and then try to figure out what's going on. Like a lot of people will just use the end round stats. Like they'll be like, huh, it's the fast must be the problem because the fast killed me. Where it's not necessarily the case. Something else, like let's say for example, if you're EHP, it could be like the scatters hugging your wall is what drops your wall, and then it's like something else kills you, but it's the scatters are the source of the problem. And like the big source of the problem that I found is I always get a problem with knockback. So over the course of 24 hours, I seem to lose my knockback and everything kind of just flies in. And this has been ever since V28. And there was a little bit of talk about slow aura card not working properly and this and that, but there's something that's interacting with it, and I'm surprised that it hasn't been picked up in a bug fix or anything. So I had to adjust the build to work for that I can't always be there to constantly reset the run to get the knockback back to working. And then I've just adjusted the build, and then we've kind of just carried on. Like, I've done that through a lot of the bugs that have occurred. Like, a lot of the bugs that have popped up, it's like, just quickly do something about it, and then just wait for something to change. Because sometimes it's the fastest answer. It's not always the answer, but sometimes it can just be a faster answer. Just like, just get it over and done with. I still don't have the speed or the health trade-off perk. What's going on, Uncle Fuds? I got 1254 on my first run. And 1251 on my second run. Is that good or bad though? Like 1250's pretty good, bro, isn't it? Like, that'd at least be high champs, wouldn't it? Like, I would be happy with that. Fujin, what's good? Bro, when I was in your stream earlier, Koyo, When I was in your stream earlier, I seen you mention that Fujin had a channel. I went and checked it out, and I'm pretty sure you mentioned it to me, Fujin. But I went and tracked you down through your sub. So anybody that's watching, if you haven't checked out both of their channels, definitely go show them some love, man. It's good. It was a PB, but I was hoping to get more during my second run because I thought, oh, my changes would make it better. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes I get surprised by certain things, and then I also have to take into consideration some of the RNG that takes place. But I do know what you mean. I like it when you make some changes and you get a good surprise. The only problem is when you're doing waves like that, 1200 waves, it's annoying to do reruns and testing and all that sorts of stuff. One of my favorite things was getting intro sprint and using that for 20s. That was so good. That has made such an impact. Just like the ability to be able to switch things up and also learn when I'm not getting distracted, Peter? When I'm not focusing. I always get growlings from Peter for not focusing. I mean, we low-key did that on the run where we got the PB. We're off talking about, what, slavery, all sorts of shit, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, we're doing alright. I mean, for the stage where I'm at, though, where heaps of the stuff's automated, it doesn't really matter. We're just here for the yarns, boys. We're here for the yarns. Damage? Sure. Really need that health trade-off, though. Fuck, look at that damage, boys. 800 Q. What is that? 800 Q. Sheesh. What I do feel like getting is landmine stun mastery. Just the more chances to miss for overcharge. I feel like that'll be a good one. But I don't know where it sits as far as the priority. Like potentially just getting more raw effective damage is probably the answer. What was the battle conditions in champs today? Let's have a look-see. Where is it? The tower. Battle conditions. Champs. More bosses. Skip decay. Energy shield down. Enemy speed. Boss ultimate. Range ultimate. Is that the battle conditions? Boss ultimate and range ultimate. Woof. That's pretty hardcore. That is not to be twisted. Wonder how hungover my kids are today. How hungover are the kids, boys? How hungover are those kiddies? Here we go. Enemy health. Now we're talking. Someday, for these like milestone runs sort of things, we might see a big queue when we hit a Viking. And it might be sooner rather than later. Look at that. 828 little queue. That's the mostest I've ever seen it since I was a little girl. But, alright boys, I'm going to actually sell this out and I'm going to go start my day. Because we've got stuff to do. Got chores to do. Still gotta hit the gym. Might go get a webcam. And then at least when I talk about Macho Man and those sorts of things, I'll be able to show you guys. I'm quite I use my hands a lot when I'm talking, especially on stream, even though you guys can't see me, it's just a natural thing. I think I'm just used to it just through my workplace. So you guys are going to crack up. It'll look like I'm sitting here cutting shapes, doing charades. Look at this guy. But boys, you guys have been awesome. Absolutely stoked with the performance today. Up the PB. Let's go. Shout out to Nova Sky. If you hit this last part on the rewatch, brother. Shout out for the dono. We get an extra 1,600 booby slaps to the face. But gents, we'll put a progress update some stage today. And if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.